Hello everyone, welcome back to Success Care 24. So hope you guys are doing well. Today I've come up with some of the previous year's questions from different exams like SSC, CGL, CH, etc. And today I've come up with the topic boat and streams. So it is one of the extended topic of time, speed and distance. Alright. So let's move to the question first. Acha. Before moving forward to the question, let us discuss the basic first. So what is about boat and streams? Okay. So here you can see, if you consider, let us consider the speed of boat to be x, speed of boat, or you can say man. Okay, so speed of boat or man to be x kilometer per hour, and speed of current or stream to be y kilometer per hour. Okay, so if this is so, then we have two things here to know. Okay, so one is upstream speed and another is downstream speed. So what is upstream speed and what is downstream speed? Okay, so upstream speed is when you go against a stream or against the current, then we consider upstream speed. And what is downstream speed? Downstream speed is when you go along the current. Okay, when you go along the current or when you go along the stream, it is known as downstream speed. Because when we go along the current or stream, then our speed seems to increase. That is why your downstream speed is written as, so downstream speed is, okay, so downstream speed could be written as x plus y. So where x is your speed of that boat or man and y is your speed of that current or stream. Okay, fine. So what is upstream speed? Upstream speed is nothing but when we go against the current or stream. So when we go against the current or stream, our speed seems to reduce. So that is why upstream speed is written as x minus y. Similarly, here also x is your speed of the boat and y is your speed of current. Okay, so this is the basics of boat and stream. So if this is shown, then we can calculate the speed of the boat or the man individually. So from here we can calculate x as equal to half of downstream speed plus upstream speed. Okay, so from here we get x as half of downstream speed plus upstream speed, and we get y, that means speed of the current as y, speed of the current as current or stream as half of downstream speed minus upstream speed. Okay, so this is the basics of boat and stream. So if we know this, now let's move to the questions. Okay, so first question is, so here is your first question. So first question, let us read the first question. So it is given as, a boat goes at a speed of 30 km per hour in still water. Okay, so here you are given x as how much? 30 km per hour. Okay, and speed of the current, that means what? Y. So y is given as 5 km per hour. Then what time will it take to travel 5 km upstream and 70 km downstream? Fine. So you need to find the time. So what is the formula for time? So time is nothing but what? Distance by speed. Okay. So here, what will be your upstream speed? So upstream speed was what? X minus y. X minus y. So from here 30 minus 5, that means 25 will be your upstream speed, 25 km per hour, and downstream speed will be your x plus y, that means 30 plus 5, so which is 35 km per hour. Okay, so this is your upstream speed and this is your downstream speed. Fine. So if I get my upstream speed and downstream speed as, upstream speed was 25 km per hour and downstream speed was 35 km per hour. So now I need to calculate what? I need to calculate time. So time to travel 50 km upstream. So time to travel, that means upstream time is equal to what? Distance by speed. So distance is your 50 km divided by time, speed is your 25 km. So So 50 kilometer by 25 kilometer per hour. So from here we get the upstream time as how much? 2 hours, isn't it? Okay, fine. So if you can calculate the upstream time, also similarly we can find the downstream time as well. So what would be the downstream time? So downstream time would be, so here it must be T because we are calculating time. So downstream time would be what? 70 divided by, because 70 kilometer is your distance, and your downstream speed is 35 kilometer per hour. So from here we get downstream time as how much? 70 by 35 will get 2 hours. So that means this is our required calculation. We get downstream time as 2 hours and upstream time was also how much? 2 hours, isn't it? So what you are asked to find, what time will it take to travel 50 kilometer upstream and then 70 kilometer downstream. So as a whole it will take how much? 2 plus 2, 4 hours to travel both the distances. Okay, so option number 3 would be the correct answer. So this is the main concept applying which we can solve this type of questions from boat and stream. Okay, now let's move to the next question number 2. Okay, so question number 2 is given as, so a boat travels upstream in 6 hours and it travels the same distance downstream in 4 hours. Fine. So you were given upstream time, isn't it? So you were given upstream time as how much? Fine. Upstream time as 6 hours and your downstream time is your 4 hours. So if I take the ratios of time of upstream and downstream, then what will you get? So upstream time and downstream time ratio is 6 hours divided by 4 hours. From here we get upstream time and downstream time ratio as how much? 3 divided by 2. Okay, so this is my upstream and downstream time ratios. Fine. So why I'm calculating this ratios? Because we know that speed and time is what? Inversely proportional to each other. Okay, speed and time is inversely proportional to each other. That means if one quantity increases, the other quantity decreases. All right. So if I know my upstream speed and downstream upstream time and downstream time ratio, then what would be my upstream speed and downstream speed ratios? What would be my upstream speed and downstream speed ratios? So my upstream speed and downstream speed ratios would be what? Inverse of upstream time and downstream time, because time and speed are inversely proportional. So I will take inverse proportion of 3 by 2. So what would be inverse proportion of 3 by 2? It would be 2 by 3. Okay, so your upstream speed and downstream speed ratio is 2 by 3. So from here what we need to do? You are asked to find the speed of the stream. What percent of the speed of the boat? Okay, fine. So from here everything is clear. Is everything clear? I guess it's clear that first of all we are calculating what? The ratios of upstream time and downstream time. So we are getting upstream time and downstream time ratios as 3 by 2. It is given in the question. So from here we can calculate what? Upstream speed and downstream speed, because we know that speed and time are inversely proportional to one another. So we get the upstream speed and downstream speed as 2 by 3. Fine. So from here we are getting downstream speed or upstream speed as how much? 3 by 2. Okay. So what can we do? I know that downstream speed is what? X plus y, and upstream speed was what? X minus y, where x is the speed of the boat or speed of the man, isn't it? Or y is your speed of that current or stream. Fine. So from here we are getting x plus y by x minus y as 3 by 2. So now what I need to find? I need to find the x and y, isn't it? Because I have to find the speed of stream is what percent of the speed of the boat. That means I will need the speed of the boat and speed of the current. Okay. So what can we do? So this is one of the properties of ratios, isn't it? So if I know that, what was the property? I know if A by C is equal to C by D, that means the ratios are in what? Proportion, and two ratios, if two ratios are in proportion, then what we can do? We can apply here componendo and dividendo. So if I apply componendo and dividendo, what will be my value become? So componendo and dividendo will give me a plus b by a minus b is equal to c plus d by c minus d. So this is my componendo and dividendo formula. So I can apply the formula here, because here is also you are given the ratios of two quantities x plus y and x minus y as 3 by 2. So apply this componendo and dividendo rule from the ratios and proportion. Okay, so from here I will get x minus y as 3 by 2. Applying componendo and dividendo, I can do, if I take this as one quantity, if I take x plus y as a whole one quantity, then what? A plus b plus a minus b. So x minus y. So first a plus b, then a minus b. So a minus b will give x minus of y. So from here also you will get a plus b and a minus b. Okay. So after that, what will be my value? So what will I get? So y will cancel out, and from here x will cancel out. So I will get twice x by twice y as my 5 by 1. Okay. So twice x by twice y is equal to 5 by 1. Okay. So clear till here? Fine. So let us move forward. So after that we will get x by y. After that it is mere calculation, because basic I have already discussed. After all this, these are only calculations. Just from the calculation you need to find the values of x and y ratios. Okay. So 2 will get cancelled out. So I will get x by y as 5 by 1. That means speed of boat. The speed of boat will be how much? The speed of boat will be 5 km per hour or something like that. Or speed of stream. The speed of stream will be what? 1. So I get this from this ratio. So now you are asked to find A is what percentage of B. So here again we are applying the formula from percentage, isn't it? So in this question we have discussed various things, like we have discussed the basics of speed and distance, then we have discussed how to calculate ratios, how to apply componendo and dividendo. Now I am getting towards what? Percentage. So how to apply percentage? That means A is what percentage of B. So speed of boat is 5 and speed of stream is 1. That means you are asked to find speed of stream. The speed of stream is what? 1. So 1 is what percentage of speed of boat? Speed of boat is 5. So 1 by 5 into, since you are asked to find percentage, multiply by 100%. So from here we will get 1 by 5 percentage as 20%. Okay. So my required answer will be option number 3. Okay. Got it? So this is how we are solving question number 2. Okay. So let's move to the question number 3. Okay. So question number 3 is given as, so two boats A and B are going downstream. Okay. Two boats, both are going downstream. Fine. And the distance between them is 150 km, and the distance between the boat is 150 km, and the speed of the stream. So you are given the speed of the stream. The speed of the stream, let us take as y. So y is given as how much? 5 km per hour. So y is given as 5 km per hour. Okay, fine. And again, both the boats are going downstream. Okay, fine. If boat A reaches 2 hours before boat B, so A reaches 2 hours before boat B, then what is the ratio of the speed of boat A to speed of boat B? Fine. So you are given y, that means speed of the stream as 5 km per hour. Then if we consider the speed of boat A as x and speed of boat B as z, then what will be my downstream speed for both the boats? My downstream speed for both the boats will be, because both the boats are going what? Downstream. Then for boat A, downstream speed. So downstream speed will be x plus 5, and for both B, downstream speed will be z plus 5, isn't it? Because downstream speed is x plus y, speed of the boat or man plus speed of the stream or current. So from here I get, since both of the boats are going downwards, that means downstream, that is why for both A, downstream speed is x plus 5, and for both B, downstream speed is z plus 5. Okay, fine. Till here everything is clear. So now what I need to do, the distance between them is 150 km, and A reaches, you are given in the question that A reaches 2 hours before. So what can I do? If A reaches 2 hours before, then I can make an equation. So what would be the equation? So you know, time is equal to what? Distance by time is equal to what? Time is equal to distance by speed, isn't it? So from here, what I can do, distance is your 150 km, and since A reaches earlier than B, isn't it? So A reaches earlier than B, that means 150 by x plus 5. X plus 5 was my what? Speed of that, downstream speed of that boat A, minus of 150, that means distance by speed, speed for the boat B. So speed for the boat B was how much? Z plus 5 is equal to 2, isn't it? Can I make that equation? Because A boat is taking 2 hours less, that means it is taking, it will reach what? 2 hours before. If boat A reaches 2 hours before, okay, fine. Since A takes less hours, that means B is taking more hours. So if B is taking more hour, then my equation will be this: 150 by Z plus 5 minus of 150 by X plus 5 is equal to 2. Now my equation is correct because A is taking lesser time than B, isn't it? So A is taking lesser time than B because A reaches earlier. So from here, you are asked to find the ratios of speed of both A to both B. Okay, that means I need to find the ratios of X and Z. So what can I do? So if I take the LCM, then Z plus 5 and X plus 5 will give me, if I take 150 common from both the quantity, then it will be like X plus 5 minus of Z plus 5 is equal to 2. So if I calculate, so from here 5 will cancel out, X minus Z will be Z plus 5. After that it is mere calculation and nothing else. Concept was this only. Concept was this. After that all is calculation. So from here we can write 2 by 150. If I bring that 150 from the left side to right side, then I will get this as this. Fine. So from here Z plus 5 and X plus 5, that is, if I multiply, then we will get X Z 5, 5x, 25. So from here we cannot find the ratios because we'll have a multiplication of what? X and Z, because one quantity of that equation is be xz, and I don't know the value of X and Z, and I need to find that. So data is insufficient. We cannot calculate it. We cannot calculate the ratios. Data is insufficient because if I solve this, we will get sum of the quantity like xz. So what we will consider for xz here? So that means I cannot calculate this question, this ratios of speed of both of A to that of both B. Fine. So that means this will be data inefficient. Fine. So I can't do that. Okay. So all other concepts are okay, but calculation, from the calculation we cannot move further. It will be of no use. Okay, now let's move to question number 4. Fine. Okay, fine. So question number 4 is, a man can swim at a speed of 8 km/h. So speed of the man or speed of the boat, which is x. So x is given as 8 km/h. Fine. In still water, the speed of the stream is, that means y is equal to what? 2 km/h. It takes 40 minutes to travel to one place and come back. That means he is going to one place and then he is coming back to that same place. So he started from here, he travels this much distance, again he returns to the same place. Okay, so again he comes back to that same place. Okay, so you are given x and y. Okay, fine. So if a boat goes in this direction, and if I consider this as my upstream, then it would be what? It would be, of course, downstream, isn't it? If you row in a stream, if you consider this direction to be upstream, then return would be what? My downstream. Okay, so from here what will I get? So downstream speed will be 8 plus 2 and upstream speed will be 8 of minus 2. Fine. So from here I get downstream speed as 10 km/h and upstream speed as 6 km/h. Okay, fine. Now since one direction is downstream and the return direction would be upstream, or anything you can say. So from here you are asked to find how far is that place, and you are given that it takes 40 minutes to travel. It takes 40 minutes to travel to one place and come back. So that means you will take what? Longer time to travel upstream speed. Okay, so you will take longer time while moving with upstream speed. So from here what I can do, x, if my distance to be d, if I consider my distance to be d, because distance is not given, so time would be what? Time would be equal to distance by speed. So from here distance by speed is your downstream, because upstream speed will be upstream speed will require what? More time. So d by 6 minus of, because boat. Okay, fine. A man can swim at a speed of 8 km/h in still water. Speed of the stream, it takes 40 minutes to travel from one place to come back. Because, okay, fine. So to travel the whole journey, okay, you are not given that it takes 40 minutes more or it takes 40 minutes less. Nothing is given like more or less. You are given that it is taking as a whole 40 minutes to cover the whole journey. Fine. Know the concept here, read the question carefully. So you are not given that it is taking 40 minutes more to go upstream or it is taking 40 minutes less to go downstream. No, nothing like that. You are given that in the whole journey to go from here to there and to come from there to here. Okay, so that means in whole journey it is taking 40 minutes. So from here what I can do, so if I do addition, so this will give my time. So distance by speed, and distance by speed will give me what? 40. So it is in minute, and now we are considering speed in km/h. So from here if I convert this minute into hour, I will get this as 40 by 60. Okay, fine. So from here what I can do, so I know that distance by this or distance by this. Okay, fine. So you are now asked to find the distance. If I take common the distance, then my value would be 1 by 6 plus 1 by 10 is equal to how much? 40 by 60. If I do this calculation here, so my calculation was d by 6 plus d by 10 is equal to 40 by 60. From here I am getting d 1 by 6 plus 1 by 10 is equal to 0, 0 will cancel out, it will be 2 by 3. Okay, so from here if I take the LCMs, that means if I do the further calculation, what will I get? So from here you will get 60 and it will be 16. Okay, 16, 10 plus 6, and here is your d as common. Fine, so is equal to 2 by 3. So d will be what? D will be equal to 2 by 3. If I take this 60 from here to there, it will get multiplied. So 60 and this 10 plus 6, 16 will come downwards. So it will be here. So if I calculate this, what will I get? So 360, how much? 20 and 2, 8. So 20 by 8. So 20 by 8 will give you how much? 2.5. 2.5. So 2.5 kilometer will be my correct option, because you are taking 40 minutes to go to cover the whole journey. Fine. So I am getting as what? 2.5 kilometer. Okay, fine. So now let's move to question number 5. So in a river, the speed of the stream is 8 km per hour. Okay, the speed of the stream is given as 5 km per hour. Oh, sorry, 8 km per hour, and a swimmer can swim at the speed of this. The speed of swimmer. So let us consider speed of swimmer to be s. So if I consider my speed of the swimmer as s, then s is given as what? 7 km per hour. 7 km per hour. Okay, and what else is given? If he is swimming downstream, and he is swimming downstream, okay, and a 100-meter long boat, okay, 100-meter long boat. So 100-meter long boat with a speed 6 km, and a 100-meter long boat with a speed of 6 km per hour in still water is going in the same direction. Okay, so one is swimmer and another is a 100-meter long boat, and both are going in the same direction. That means both are going downstream, isn't it? So both are going downstream. So swimmer is going downstream and his individual speed is 7. I don't know about the value of speed of the stream. So let us consider the speed of the stream as y. Y is speed of stream. Y is speed of stream. If I consider y as my speed of stream, then what will I get? So since they are going downstream, that means the downstream speed for swimmer is what? 7 plus y. Okay, and swimmer is 7 in still water. In a river, the speed of the stream, okay, speed of the stream is given as 8 km per hour. So yes, y is your 8. Fine. So y is your 8. So that means for swimmer, downstream speed is how much? Downstream speed will be 8 plus 7. Okay, because speed of the stream is 8 km and the swimmer can swim at the speed of 7 km per hour. So for swimmer, downstream speed is 8 plus 7. And for the boat, which is 100-meter long, the speed is this much. So for the boat, downstream speed will be how much? For the boat, downstream speed will be, so speed of the stream will be same, will remain same. So speed of the stream will be 8 plus 6. So it will be 14 and this is 15. So this is for swimmers downstream speed and this is for boats downstream speed. Okay, fine. So if they are moving in the same direction, so we know that here is a concept for that. If two things, that means if the swimmer and the boat both are moving in the same direction, then we will consider their relative speed. So what will be the relative speed? So when they travel in the same direction, then relative speed will become how much? The relative speed will get minus from one another. Okay, so we will subtract the speed, subtracts the speeds. Okay, fine. So here your downstream speed for swimmer is 15 and your speed of the downstream speed of the boat was 40. So relative speed for the boat, swimmer and the boat will be how much? 15 minus 14, that means 1 km per hour. Okay, so this is one concept. When two boats travel in the same direction, that relative speeds get subtracted from one another, and when two boats moves in opposite direction or they are coming from opposite direction, then their relative speed will get add up. Okay. Okay, fine. So from here relative speed is 1 km per hour. Fine. And then find the time which the swimmer crosses the boat. Now the swimmer need to cross that boat. Now the swimmer need to cross that boat. Okay. So for the swimmer to cross the boat, the length or the distance of the boat was given as how much? 100 meter. 100 meter. So that means time would be what? So time taken by the swimmer would be distance by speed, and here we will calculate the speed as relative speed. So distance was your 100 and your relative speed was 1 kilometer per hour, but here it is given in meter. The distance is given in meter and it is your 1 kilometer per hour. So from here 100 meter, if I convert this 1 kilometer per hour to meter per second, what will I do? I will multiply this 1 kilometer per hour by 5 by 18. Then my kilometer per hour will get converted into meter per second. So from here we can calculate my time as this. Fine. So 100 into how much? 18 by 5. So 520. So how much? 360 second. So your answer is 360 second. But your options are given in minutes. So options are 13 minutes. Okay. I need to move forward. So I get my answer as 360 second. Okay. Remember that. I get my answers as 360 second. And your options were. Okay, 13 minute, 12 minute, 8 minute, 6 minute. Okay, 360 second will give you how much minute? It will give you 6 minutes, isn't it? So 360 second is your 6 minute. Fine. It's nothing but 6 minutes. If I convert my minute into towards second, so then I'll get 360 second as 6 minutes. So option number 4 would be my correct option. So today we have discussed 5 questions till now. So I will discuss the another 5 questions in my next session. So this is all for the day. I hope you guys are understanding what I am trying to portray. Okay, fine. So thank you for the day.